Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, we are gonna see in detail about Global Korea Scholarship Program for the year 2022. Before that, if you haven't seen my previous video about the introduction of the scholarship program, please check the link in the description because it will give you the clear idea about what we are gonna see in the upcoming videos. So now let's move on to this particular section and we will see what kind of scholarship program we are going to discuss and what the advantage we will get from this particular scholarship program. So the main purpose of this program is to provide opportunities for international students. This scholarship program will give good support to international students, those who are willing to do their higher studies in Korea. So the main purpose, you might ask, why the Korean government has to support the foreign students with their studies. The answer is quite simple, because they believe that this kind of international exchange program can share great knowledge in research as well as in education. Now let's see what kind of support the scholarship program offers to the international students. The scholarship program supports the graduate students for their higher studies, like who already completed their undergraduate or their graduate studies like a master's or PhD. So whether you are a high school student who completed your higher grade, those who are willing to do the undergraduate degree in Korea, or those who already completed their undergraduate degree in their own countries and they are trying to do their higher studies like masters or PhD, they can apply. As well as if they already got their PhD and they are willing to do the postdoctorate program, they can also apply, but the bad thing, the seats are very limited for the postdoctoral program. But whatever, let's make application and we will do the process as they ask. In case if you get a chance, it will be a good chance to do your postdoctoral program in Korea, because you will get a chance to get money from the government directly and you will also get a chance to learn the Korean for 1 year, and that's also good for your profile. You might stay in Korea as long as you want, and you can work in a company also if you learn a Korean language in a good level. So let's hope for the best, and now let's see what kind of steps they have in order to make application process. As I said before, we are going to see about Global Korea Scholarship Program. As you can see here, there are two kinds of GKS program available in Korea. The one is GKSU, which means Global Scholarship Program for undergraduate students. The other one is GKSG, which means Global Korean Scholarship Program for graduate students. But in this video, we will see more about GKSG program, and in my next video, I will explain more about GKSU program, which is for undergraduate students. As you can see here, the Korean government aims to invite international students from almost 154 regions who like to carry out a graduate level degree program or research in Korea. You have to remember two things when you start to do your application process. The first one, the applicant must clear the first round selection. It will be done by the Korean embassy, which is located in your country. I will explain this procedure in detail in my upcoming slides. Don't worry about that. The next one, the application deadline. Here, as I mentioned in the slide, it will be selected by university or Korean embassy. Do you have any guess why there are two deadline options to check? So let's move on to the next slide to see why there are two deadlines, and it will give you a clear idea to know about the scholarship program more in detail. I hope now it's very clear for you, because as you can see here, there are two tracks, that's why we have two deadlines. The first one is university track and the another one is embassy track. The most important thing is to remember, before you proceed your application, please make sure that you got at least 80% or more than 80% in your last completed degree. For example, if you are looking to join in master's degree, you should have got more than or at least 80% in your undergraduate course. Now, let's see more about university and embassy tracks so that you can choose your own application process type, because there is a choice whether you can go through university or you can go through embassy. In university track, you have to prepare the documents that given in the admission guidelines. Once you prepare the documents, please cross-check all the documents for misspelling informations. Also, you have to check the list of universities available under university track, and then you have to select the university which you would like to apply. Please remember that you should apply only one university, and if you apply more than that, your application will be rejected. Later, the university will check your all the documents and select whether you are a right candidate or not. Then they will send the information to the NIED for the next round selection. Here, NIED means National Institute for International Education. Once the selection is finalized, and then the results will be announced, like how many candidates are selected based on the country quota. That means each country have their limitation. So that can be seen very clearly in the guidelines that will be provided by them. Compared to the university track, in embassy track, the document preparation step is similar. Here, you can select more than one university. As I said before, in the university track, you can select only one university. But here, in embassy track, you have options that you can select more than one. So my advice is that you can select at least 3 universities so that you will get at least one among the selected university, and that will be best for you. So better you just check all the available university in the guideline and select which one is good, and based on your research interest and the course you prefer to study in Korea. Also, you should prepare 4 set of documents if you select 3 universities. Please don't forget that you cannot just make only one application. You have to select 3 universities, so that you have to make 4 applications. So the one is for the embassy, and the other 3 things will be sent to each university in order to make evaluation of your application. Then you have to send all the documents to the embassy. For example, if you are an Indian, you should send it to the Indian embassy and they will do the process. Based on your application score, the embassy will select the successful candidates and they will send the applications to the Korean university which you are chosen to join your course. Now what the university will do, they will go through your application documents and give their opinion on the selection. You might ask, what if I get more than one university? For example, if the candidate got more than one successful university, now he or she has to select one university and they have to send the information back to the university. I hope now it's very clear for you, because you have to make a selection if you got more than one university, and it will be like a user friendly. You can select any university and you can send back to them. Once you inform the university, then the university will send all the documents back to the NIED and they will do the selection process. Once the selection is finalized, then the results will be announced on the Study in Korea website. You can check the description and there I will put the link where you can check the successful applicants list. So because of more detailed explanation, the video will be little longer. So what I am going to do, I am going to split them into few parts and I will put as a part 1 and part 2 or part 3. So there will be many parts, so you have to follow each video so that you will get a clear information, because I don't want to make a long video and make you little bit lazy when you watch the video. So I will split them into few and then you can see and you can follow them and you can make a comment based on that. So thank you, and thank you for supporting this channel. Also, if possible, please share with your friends and other circle so that they will be also get benefited by this video. So finally, thank you guys. See you soon in my next video. Have a nice time.